everybody, welcome to part 2. Hopefully you guys can hear me better on tonight. Hopefully we have fixed our audio issues, but tonight is part 2 of a burlap wreath. This time we're going to be making a bow, and we're going to be adding some florals and some pumpkins and some greenery. So we're going to just hop on in and get started. Okay, this is what's called a bow dabber. Just a little bit of a helpmate to make my bows. So let me know in the comments if you can see. Hey Shelly, hey Mom, thanks for watching. Okay, I wanted to show you my ribbon that I got as well. This is, of course, this is all Hobby Lobby ribbon. 40% off right now. This one I got in the Christmas section, but to me it looks like it could go with fall. So I got this. This one is over in the regular section. I got it at Hobby Lobby as well. And no, you can't say fall without pumpkins. You can, but it's kind of hard. Okay, can you guys hear me better tonight? Yes or no? Just put yes, we can hear you. No static. Is it hard to hear me? Okay, first, I don't measure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bow dabber. There's a little hole right here. And with bows, the first thing that you always want to do is you always want to twist. So I'm going to go down into this little slit, and then I'm going to twist with my hand. And this is going to be a Lisa Kellum bow from Lisa's Kellum's Creations. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in the same way, and then I'm going to twist. Okay, and I'm going to bring my bow back over here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Flip it back over here. And then I'm going to twist always with my, well, not always with my left hand, but with my left hand, okay? And then what you're going to want to do is, give me just a second. Is you're going to make a little stick figure man. See, this is his little arms. And this is his little legs. Okay. Okay, then you're going to switch sides. So his little arms is always on your left, unless you're left-handed. And then his legs are on your right. Then we'll do the denim. And then each time you want to do just a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller so it looks like a bow. Then I'm just lifting up my loops and making sure that my loops are somewhat even. Did anybody catch the hog game? Go Hogs. Okay, so I'm just measuring these, and this is about a little bit above my bow dabber, so I'm going to do just a little bit of a smaller bow. Doing it the same way. You can tell with this one is the back, and this one is the top. So when we twist, we're going to want to see this, okay? But you're going to start with the printed side down. And then as it's going down with your left hand, you're going to twist, okay? This one is just a little bit of a smaller loop. And then on your right hand, the pretty side of your fabric goes down, and then you're going to twist it up. Okay? And then the back side of the denim should be facing up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to twist it up towards the ceiling where denim side is down. And again, you want to see all of your colors, so each time you make a bow, you want it to be just a little bit smaller. Okay, and this is the last part of the denim, part of the bow. And then you're going to do the same thing, okay? And this side is got the little man legs, And then here's his little top. Okay, again, I'm not worrying so much about how short I'm going to cut them just yet. Okay, and again, you have your little denim stick figure man. See his little arms, see his little legs, and then you're going to put his little head and his little legs on your left side. Hey, Paula. Hey, Darla. Okay, and the last one I've got is the little pumpkin. I'm going to start the same way. I'm going to start on my right side, working left, right, left, right. And the pumpkin's back side is going to be plain, so sometimes your bows, the ribbon is double-sided, but this one is not, so we have to make sure we twist it the right way. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a smaller bow. The pretty side of my ribbon is going to go down, and I'm going to twist the ugly side or the back side up. I'm just going to do the same thing. And then you always want the back side of your ribbon to be facing towards the ceiling. And it's okay to scrunch him down there because we're going to fluff it in just a second. But what you want to do is you want to turn really tight on your twist so that it doesn't come untwisted. Okay, now the ugly side or the back side is facing up. And then we're going to cut this one off. Okay, now you have your little man. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little pipe cleaner, and you see this little slit? I'm going to shove this down in there. And then I'm going to hold it with my forefinger right in the center, and I'm going to use both of my hands. This part will make you frustrated if you get in a hurry, so do not get in a hurry or you'll be doing it all over again. And then I've got the bow. Now what I'm doing is I'm pinching with my left hand, and now I'm just going to go around and around with my pipe cleaner. And now we're done with this. We're not going to use it anymore. So now you're just tightening it up as tight as you can get it to where underneath it looks like this, and you're just going around and around and around, okay? Now that you got this big jumbled up mess, what are we going to do? We're going to fluff it. And whenever I say fluff it, we're just going to fluff each side, make the ribbon puff out, and then it's going to look like a bow. Now before we put it on our wreath, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll show you how to dovetail. See how these edges are? You want to pinch them together in your left hand, unless you're a lefty, then whichever way works for you. And you see the two ends are on your left side. You're going to go up this way, and you're not going to cut your wire. You're going to go up just like that. Then it makes your dovetail. And we're just going to do that on each and every one. Your wires should be on the left side. You don't want to cut your wires because they're duller scissors. And then you're just going to cut that triangle off up to the wires. Makes your dovetail. And then the same thing with this one. I'm folding it, and the open ends are facing my left. Okay, got a little long on that one, but still, dovetail. And I'm just going to work my way around. And it's okay to just, because you should have your bow tight enough to where you can, no, not too hard, don't yank too hard. Be frustrating yourself on having to start all over and wasting a lot of ribbon. But it's okay to yank on it with somewhat of a pressure because it should be secure. Okay? Also want to show you just a real quick, easy way to do a 2-loop bow. So I'll get the bow dabber out one more time because I'll show you how to do. Because this is a 3-loop bow. I can show you how to do a 2-loop bow too. Actually, yeah, I'll just do it in this. So we'll just grab this out again. And let me show you really quick. So if you just go down, flip it, you always want to twist it. On each side, just remember to twist. Twist the ugly side up. Some people like 2-loop bows, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people do their bows horizontal, some people do their bows vertically. But you don't want your bows too extravagant. I'll just show you a couple. I always have to start on my right side just because I'm weird that way. But, you know, how many of you have a favorite pen? You always have to use that pen, or, you know, weird ticks like that. That's me. Especially if it's a repetitive motion. I have to have a certain way that I do it. And my bows are the same way. You could do these bows. Now on your last loop, you don't want to twist. You want to leave your pretty side of your pumpkins down, okay? But you could do these bows out on your porch, out on your mailbox. It would be a pretty fall bow to put there. You know, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist tie this in the back with a Chanel twist tie here and flip out my bow. This would be a good way to put a really pretty package, wedding or shower or whatever. Or if you have kids and you want to make them a bow, girls or cheer or whatever, super easy. Then you just take your 2 fingers and then you run it through like this in a curling motion, and that gives it that curl. You do have to watch out though, because some wired ribbon are flimsy and they don't do as good as others. Okay, and then there's your nice little cute bow. Just, you know, wherever you wanted to put it. I haven't got this camera thing figured out, but okay. Okay, so we'll move on. We'll bring back the wreath. This is the wreath from last night. What I usually do on my wreaths is I like to put my bow in the center. And what I like to, so this will be how it's sitting. And then I just find my little crevice here. And I poke my Chanel tie down up underneath there. Then I flip it over and I just tie it around and around and around. You do not want to tie your bow too far or too tight on this back side, because your bow will sink and your bow won't stay on top of your wreath and it won't look fluffy. I have had that happen before. Okay. And then you can go back in and just readjust your bow. Like this one, I know I'm going to want to cut a little shorter. And this one, I want it to drape over here. So I'm just yanking. This one I know is too long, so I'm going to cut it down just a little. And if you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling this video, it would help my little bitty small business out tremendously. That would be great. And then this one is a little too long because I don't want it to hang this long. He has too long of an arm, so I'm going to cut it down a little. Okay, next we're going to work on our bunny ears. You see all these little pipe cleaners that I have open, like on the top. I'm going to be using those. And I'm going to make little bunny ears, and I'll show you what little bunny ears are. And I'm going to be using those all around, okay? I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and take this little bow apart because I'm going to be using it. And what I want to do is I want to face my tails that I'm going to dovetail. I want to face it out towards me, out towards the outside of the wreath, okay? So I'm just going to pinch it in the middle. And what my bunny ears is I'm just making a bubble. You see that little bubble? And then I'm twisting so that pretty side is pretty side. Then with my little chenille, I'm going to just fasten it down in there. And you may have the question of how do you know where to cut? And I will show you. You don't want your tails too long outside of your wreath. You want it just past your wreath. And then you just cut your dovetails. And then I'm going to be using this one, and I want to do the same thing. I want to make another bunny ear in the very same spot that I made this one. So I'm just taking it, crimping it, making a little bitty bubble. See the little bitty bubble? Looks like we could be doing a little ghost. Okay? Then we're going to flop it down in there and twist it and do the same. And then we're just going to secure the chenille ties. Sometimes I like to glue them just for added support. That way I know they're not going to come loose. I'm still making my dovetails. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Okay? And then I like to just fan out my tails, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm putting the ribbon right in here between my thumb and this part of my finger, and I'm rolling it up towards me. Rolling it up. And then I like to alternate my ribbons. So see it coming together? Maybe, if I can figure it out. Okay, cool. Okay, and then we'll just alternate it back and forth. Like this time I want to use, I have the most of the plaid and I have the least of the denim. So I'll be using the least of the denim and mostly my pumpkin and my plaid. And then that's all I'm going to be doing is just a repetitive motion. And this is what makes a nice, big, fluffy wreath. Then I'll be showing you tonight on how to do your flowers. And then I'm going to be going live on Monday night around, I think around 6:30 again. And I'll show you how to decoupage the sign. I'm not sure if this one, see this one's not going to be long enough. So we'll get us some more. But what we could do is if this one wasn't long enough, is we can just add it in anyway as another tail. Just put this in with it, and that would be just fine. the pipe cleaners give it a nice secure hold, give it a couple of good twists, and you're good to go. Then I'm just going to keep dovetailing and going around the wreath. You'll have a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. It's what brooms are for. Just make sure that your fingers aren't in the way, especially with the hot glue. Okay, and you're going to do your bubbles just like you did with the wreath. You're just going to alternate it and kind of split them up a little bit, so that the people can see both sides of your tops of ribbon. Okay? Okay, I said I would use my denim. I'll use the denim on this one. And it's okay not to hit all of them. If you need this to just kind of go around periodically, that's okay too. And to me, it doesn't matter that the back side of the denim is showing on these little loopies. You can call them loopies, you can call them rabbit ears, because I like the look of both sides of them. And see, I jacked that one up. That one looks bad. Ooh. So you just go back in, slow down. See, that looks better. And you can also use your nippers and nip them off. Nip off your Chanel ties. Not too close though, because it'll come unraveled. And you can dot it with some glue. I think in order to go all the way around the wreath, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is I'm going to have to just alternate and do single loopies. But that's okay. It'll be just fine. Hey, I sound like Bob Ross. Who doesn't love Bob Ross? I love Bob Ross. If you have a bad day, go listen to Bob Ross. Just pop in one of his paintings. That man is an encourager. Was an encourager. Like he said on one of his paintings, this is your world. You do whatever you want to do. No mistakes, only happy accidents. Or did he say it like that? Somebody help me out. Okay. Anyway, we're just going around, and now I'm just doing one little bunny ear. I'm clipping off my little ends of my little Chanel. I'm gluing the Chanel to my ribbon so that it doesn't come apart. The type of glue I use is Gorilla Glue and a sheer bonder glue gun. Love that. Love it, love it. Okay. And then I'll be using a pumpkin one right here. I'm just doing the same thing, just finding me a Chanel spot, poking that in there. Then I'm just going to be cutting this off. You never want to use your scissors, your good scissors, to do this. You always want to use your Lyman nippers. Those are handy dandy. Not to quote Steve from Blue's Clues. Yeah, my kids grew up in that era. Okay. Moving right along. See, I think this one is just a little long, so I'm going to nip it just a little bit more. And that's okay too. You want it longer than shorter because you can always go shorter. I'm going to use a plaid one here. And then I'm going to use a denim one here. And then you're really going to start seeing this thing come alive. This is why I split it up, because this would take a while. Sometimes it takes a while to make one of these wreaths. I like the bubbles though, because I just like the flare of the little loopies coming up, okay? But that's my preference. There's all different kinds of ways to make a wreath. I won't say 9 ways to skin a cat, but I will say 9 ways to peel an apple. How about that? Okay. Then I'll be using the denim one over here. And then we'll be putting a little bit of florals in it tonight. And then the last night we'll be putting our sign. I love Hobby Lobby's denim, and it has the frayed edges. Ribbon is so nice, thick and sturdy, which I love in ribbon. I don't like it if it's too thin, or if you get your wire too thin, it's not going to be a good wire. It's not going to be a good first experience for you, especially if you've not done this before. I would not get a thin wire. I would get a thick, sturdy ribbon and a thick, sturdy wire. One thing that I will tell you to have on hand is a popsicle stick, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that you use your popsicle stick to hold the hot glue, whatever it is you're hot gluing, because oh, that hurts so bad. I've got scar after scar after scar after hot glue. So I keep these from the Dollar General. I just keep them on hand because I know I'm going to need it. And sometimes I still wind up burning myself. Okay, I almost reached for my scissors. You don't want to do that. You always want to use your lemons. I use them things for a lot of things. And so does my husband. He does. Okay, and this is what we have so far. Going around, see it's looking more like a wreath now. Notice, if you will notice, I left a couple of the chenilles out. That's okay. You don't have to hit every one of them with some ribbon. You do not have to do that. I am almost done. I have 4 more of the ribbon, and then I'll show you what little flowers I'm going to put in there tonight, and then we'll be done. Thanks for hanging out with me. What I do is I just hold my ends together and I nip it on the angle. Always have a trash can handy because that makes your cleanup so much easier. And I'm going to hit it with some glue. Okay, we're gonna have enough. Super duper. There is a grass skirt that you can get at Hobby Lobby right now. And back in the birthday section close to the stationery, and it would make a great addition to cut that up and to use it as raffia or straw. It'd be great. If you run out of Chanel, it's okay to open it up completely and then just hold your left hand in there while you're getting your loopy loop in there. It all won't come springing out at you. It might if it's deco mesh, but that's a different story. Okay, I'm using my pumpkin. Getting close on my pumpkin. Oh, maybe I'm not. Cleaning up as I go. I was wondering if we were going to hit, you know what, I've got enough extra, I'm going to use 2 loopies again. I'm going to use 2 loopies. I'm going to use 1 pumpkin. One plaid. And I'm just pinching it with my left hand, bubbling with my right, getting it to come together and holding it real tight. Okay. One more piece of ribbon and then we will be done with the ribbon. And I will use pumpkin and denim. Just because. And Bob Ross was the forerunner of tutorials, wasn't he? I mean, who didn't grow up watching that? Or take a nap watching that, but I'm not saying I don't love him, just he has that calming of a voice. He's better than blood pressure pills. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Drop them in the comments. Good combination here, and we are getting so close to the end of tonight. Okay, so I am done with my ribbon, and you can't see him, but I'm going to toss it to my husband, which is behind the camera. I'm glad you're loving this, Mom. This one will be going up for sale in my Etsy shop. You'll be able to purchase it. If you haven't got, I like doing just a natural theme versus Halloween versus Thanksgiving because it can transition. If it's just a pumpkin one, it will transition well. Okay, here's what we have so far. I have to fluff up your bows, but let's get some good leaves going here. I'm just going to split all of these apart and cut them down. Throwing this part away. Just going to be gluing the back stem of them, placing it around and around. Just periodically here and there. It's where it catches your eye all throughout. And see, this little part has a little long little stem there. I'm just folding it backwards. And if it were me, I would always make sure that your setting on your glue gun is on low, because high glue gun setting will, at first, it will just, it will hurt, bad. Now what I'm doing, I'm cutting off my extra little Chanel ties that are poking out through. Let me know if you cannot hear me. Last night we had issues with the sound. But we think we got that worked out. Okay, I'm going to plop this. See this one? He has a little, I'm just going to bend it backward. Going to add my another little glue stick. Boop. And I love these big leaves. Yes, Hobby Lobby. Okay, as if you were really wondering, right? Okay, and I have these little pumpkins. Wrong way. This way. Okay, thanks, Joe. Yeah, we had the air going, and I think we had the camera pushed too far back yesterday. And you should be able to see us much better, too. Okay, see, aren't these cute? Look at these pumpkins. Okay. These pumpkins, yes, are 40% off. Okay? But yes, I love them. I just love the look of, to me it's rustic, farmhousey, primitive, all of the above. Okay? Put one right there. I'm just putting some hot glue right there. Put them in the center. And look at this one. This one's pretty. Like a bleached wood. These are $3.99 and take 40% off. You kind of run a risk if you wait too long at Hobby Lobby, because if you wait too long when they go on sale, you might not get them. Okay, see, here's a little Chanel little man that we need to nip him off. Here's another one. We'll nip him off. If you put some raffia, that would be so cute in this. Just real earthy, folly. Okay. Okay, I've got one more pumpkin that I'm going to put in here, and then I've got these little cute berries. And then here's some flowers that I'll be using as well. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. No, I don't have stock in Hobby Lobby, but I should. I should go to work for them. No, I shouldn't. Because, yeah, no. My husband would be really upset with me. Okay. I thought I had one more. I did. Look. One more. I love these little pumpkins. I think these are new, and I hope they don't get rid of them. I always leave a little bit of a stem on there, and that's what I really plop the glue on. Yeah, you can really start seeing it come together once you get, and you know what? There are a lot of people who like just the burlap wreaths, and that's cool too. But I wanted to show you guys how to, you could just make the burlap, and it'd be great. And then I just like to put these throughout. This one is the hydrangeas. This one is in the fall section. It's $3.99. Take 40% off. I'll leave a little bit of a stem on there. Not much. That's another thing I'm glad I brought up. Simultaneously brought up. You don't want to put anything on the back side of your wreath to where it scratches your door. Sometimes I'll put a shelf liner that matches the color that I'm working with. You know what I'm doing? I'm taking this out. You know why? Because I want to alternate it. because I just figured that out, that I only have one hydrangea. Sorry. Anyway, squirrel. Yes, yes, I have squirrel moments. Okay. That's still hot. I love working with hydrangeas, one of my favorite flowers that I can't grow very well, but I still love them, to pieces. And I love the fact that Hobby Lobby carries them in fall colors. Another really fall pretty color is burgundy. Now I'm trying to decide, yeah, that one will go nice right there. You know what? I'm not sure this is going to need a sign. But okay, we'll just work with it. We'll just see how well it comes along. May just be a simple one at the bottom. What do you think, guys? And I really like these big long leaves because they make a wonderful filler. And I have a couple more of these leaves left, so I'm just going to go ahead and use them. Do you guys see anywhere where I need to use them? Yeah, I love hydrangeas too. Okay, here's what we got so far. Let me see how much bigger. How much bigger? That can't be right, but okay. We're getting there. We are so getting there. I want to add these little, what are these, guys? Who can tell me what these are in the comments? I know what I think they are, but what do you think they are? Or maybe you know what they are. Do you know what these are? I don't know. What do you think? Do we need these? Do we need these orbs? I found these orbs at Dollar General, and I just love them. They look like wicker, right? Wicker, bleached wood, wicker. Okay. Let's put some fake wheat in there. And this is again Hobby Lobby, and then we'll be wrapping it up with just a little bit of this greenery and a little bit of faux flowers, a little bit of faux. And I'm just going to put this on throughout. Now, if you've noticed, my spider webs from my glue gun, what they say to do is to take a heat gun on a low temperature setting or a low hair dryer and blow it across, and that should help get rid of your spider webs from your glue. And I'm just cutting these off. I want them fairly short, so I'm just cutting them off. Look, what I'm doing is I'm taking 3, but I'm wrapping one around. It has a little wire in it. And I'm just poking it wherever I want to. Just throughout. Just putting a little bit of glue right down the center. Not trying to burn myself at all. Woo. Then I just rotate my wreath around. And hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, I'll be using all of this. And then we'll almost be done. this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, I think I'm going to add one little piece right in the center of my bow. Kind of just nestle down in there. Okay, just add a little something, something. Then I'll come back on Monday night and finish this, or show you how to make a sign, and then we can decide if we're even going to use a sign. Okay, guys, what do you think? I almost wanted to use these berries too, but maybe I'm just getting a little carried away. And I'll save this one for later, but I will use. Okay, I know you guys think I got these at Hobby Lobby, and guess what? I did not. I got these at Joann's. Threw a curveball at you. There's only 3 of them, but we'll use them. And hopefully what I'm doing is showing you how to layer, how I do mine. You do not have to do it this way. There's 1,000 ways you can do it. This is how I layer my wreaths. I start with the base, I work my way up, I do my ribbon, and then I do my florals and greenery at the last. And then I do my sign. See, like right here, I don't know, I mean, this needs something to me. Okay, these, I'm going to call these persimmons. What do you think? Are they persimmons? I don't know. I got these at Joann's as well. But isn't that the perfect color for autumn? Okay, where should I put another spray? Okay, this is my last little piece. I hate how they do their tags though, because you can hardly get that thing off. Okay, what I wanted to show you, let's put this one right there, peeking out right there. See how this one's bugging me, so I'm going to go ahead and take it down a notch again. Okay. Then we'll just add I mean, it can't be a fall wreath without some of these. It just can't. So I'm going to add just a few little leaves, and this will be it for tonight. If you don't mind sprinkling this video, it will help me out tremendously. Also, if you're going to watch it later, if you'll hashtag replay, that will help me out as well. My name is Nancy from Nancy's Front Door Decor. I have a little Etsy shop that I got going on. Just trying to show you guys a little bit of how I do what I do. Okay, and see this little section right here? We'll be putting this a little, oh, there's a little Chanel stem here. We'll cut him down. Throw him away. What I did is they were way too bright at Walmart, these leaves, so I just put brown paint over them. Toned them down a lot. This is where your popsicle comes in handy. You use your popsicle stick. I can't use that. Okay, you guys, what do you think? Put a spray here. Where am I? I'll put a spray here. Okay. Yes, that is still hot. Woo. Okay. Where does it need one? Yeah, right there. Okay, guys, I'll show you what this looks like so far. I've got one little more craft to do on Monday night at 6:30. Catch me on my live here on Nancy's Front Door Decor. And I'll show you how to make a little fall sign. But this is what we have so far. Thanks for joining me.